everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. Feels like it's been a while. I guess it's only been since last Thursday, but last time when we left off, we were poking around the settlement of Westside, where not nearly as developed or fleshed out as Freeside, but there are a few quests to take care of there. We had just finished checking out Miguel's pawn shop, and we were ready to poke around the Casa Madrid apartments. Let's do so. Assuming the game loads. There we go. Temp skill books are somewhat worthwhile. Pretty Sarah.
Welcome to the Casa Madrid. If you got an itch needs scratching, you came to the right place. Just watch how you treat the merchandise.
Who's the merchandise?
3 flavors to choose from: Sweetie, Maud, and Jimmy. Sweetie's the house favorite, for reasons that should be obvious. Maud is what you might call the discount rack. She's what a customer wears if he doesn't have the caps to afford Sweetie, or just likes them old. Jimmy's more of a specialist. I only hear good things.
What do you do around here?
I look after the only reasons anyone would want to spend any time here. I'm a pimp. All Marco does is collect rent and take a small cut of my action. He sure as hell doesn't clean the rooms.
Good morning, Reaper. I'm doing well. How about yourself? You're not one of the merchandise?
Most of my body is scarred all over, like a ghoul. Nobody around who'd want to screw that. No, I just run things.
How did you get burned so badly?
We don't talk about that. Next topic.
Goodbye.
You know where to find me.
Alright, so we got 2 floors here. Let's spring them open. Marco's apartment has an average lock on it. Marco's the guy outside who owns the building, if you recall. Morning, Nyron. How are you, my friend? We caught the Snorlax and named it after you at the end of the last Pokemon stream. I don't think you were around when it happened, but... well, happy to do what I can to help you in that endeavor. I don't think there's... we're very settlement heavy the next stretch of the game, so unfortunately I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of exciting action for you, but I'll try my best to keep you entertained nonetheless. This is St. James's apartment. Anderson.
Tom Anderson. Can I help you?
What do you do here?
I'm with the followers of the apocalypse, and I help the locals in Westside grow crops. Unlike the NCR, the followers don't expect anything back. The soil and the hot, dry environment don't make it easy, but we get by all right. We've even got our own food store, the Westside Co-op, complete with basic refrigeration.
Tell me about the co-op.
The co-op is comprised of Westside locals and run by Clayton Antonine. They produce all of their own food and share the profits of the co-op.
Do you have a problem with the NCR?
I don't go looking for fights with them, but they don't have the best interests of people in mind. Certainly not locals. The bottom line for NCR is productivity and growth. Politicians back in Shady Sands are completely detached from the people actually living here.
Goodbye. Morning, Cyclo. Morning, Strange Drink. I am doing well. It's good to see everyone. How are you this morning? Just robbing the denizens of the Casa Madrid apartments in West Side completely blind. Like we do. Easy locked ammo box. And an easy locked first aid box. I'm guessing this is Tom Anderson's apartment. Looks like the sort of stuff a member of the followers would have. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Nyron. Hope whatever's the matter gets resolved, and it's nothing too serious. So the teddy bear on the bed and the dino toy you actually want to leave for the moment. For reasons I'll explain when we finish looting and start actually pursuing the Coyote's quest in here. That's right, the quest we got way back at the Aerotech office park. Finally going to be handled. There's a second floor to this place. Whoop-dee-doo. There's Maud, one of the prostitutes.
Hello, stranger. You looking for a good time?
Aren't you kind of old to be doing this?
Old but spry, honey. So long as my back don't give out, I can make a living lying on it. May not be as fresh as Sweetie or Jimmy, but pretty Sarah keeps me around for a good reason. Experience.
You work for Pretty Sarah?
That's right. Strange at first, having a woman for a pimp, but she's tough enough to handle any trouble so far.
Tell me about Sweetie.
She's a good earner. Of course, she don't care who she sleeps with or what they do to her.
What do you know about Jimmy?
I suppose he's okay for one of those. I suppose Pretty Sarah's got to cover every sort of customer.
What do you know about Dermot and St. James?
Those boys been living here a while now. They sell salvage and do all right. I never been with either of them. That St. James is all over Sweetie every time he rustles up the caps to afford her. She says he's peculiar, but who isn't?
Goodbye.
You know where to find me, honey.
Having a little window confusion. My apologies. Even in video games, I've always considered it beneath me to pay for sex. Here's Jimmy.
Hey, mister, looking to relax? Looks like you carry a lot of tension in your shoulders. And upper thighs.
I hear you were a slave of Caesar's Legion.
Baby, who I am doesn't matter. I'll be anybody you need me to be. It's better that way, you'll see.
Been working here long?
Half a year or so. The Casa is a dump and Marco's a pig, but Pretty Sarah makes sure I don't get hassled. I don't get as many customers as Sweetie or Maud, but the customers I do get always come back.
Tell me about Pretty Sarah.
She's an honest woman. Splits the earnings fair and keeps Sweetie and Maud in line. Minds her own business, too. She knows what it's like for people to go through things they'd rather not talk about.
Goodbye.
See you.
And Sweetie would be the last one.
Hey, baby, what say you and me get acquainted?
You work for Pretty Sarah?
I bring in the customers, and she makes sure no one gets rough. Sarah's good people. Good enough, anyway.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm called Sweetie because I'm the sweetest piece you'll ever find anywhere outside of the Strip.
Wouldn't you make more money working on the Strip?
I got my start at the Gomorrah. Good money, but I saw how those Omertas hook girls on free jet or MedX, then start charging. Slavery through a needle is what that is. I earn less out here, but I keep more.
Does St. James pay you for anything unusual?
A client's got a right to privacy, so it'll cost 200 caps for me to tell you all about it.
Barter 30. Let's say 100 caps, or you could earn 0 keeping your mouth shut.
Funny how I make caps every time I open my mouth. St. James's problems, that's for sure. Never wants me to say a thing or for me to move around either. Lately, he brings a teddy bear with him and props it on the bed like it's watching us. It's creepy as hell. Not the worst I ever been with, but more a pervert than most.
Do you know St. James?
Sure do. St. James is my #1 customer. He's a prospector who pays Marco to stay here at the Casa week to week. I don't know why his friend Dermot chose to stay here. He's never been with me or nobody else. But St. James likes having me close at hand.
Bye.
You know you'll be back.
Alright. Whose room is this? Don't know. Can't say. Closing in on done looting these apartments, though, which is good. It's getting a little dry. All I really want to do is get shit-faced and play play games all day. That's such a terrible thing to ask. It's Christmas, for fuck's sake. And an average locked door here, and we're done. Alright, so in order to move things along, we actually need to track down St. James again, and this time we need to go ahead and ask him about the missing people. He's been hanging out outside, and it looks like that's still the case.
We gotta go through this again? What's it about this time?
Some people have gone missing, and they were last seen dealing with you.
I don't know a thing about no missing refugees from that Aerotech camp. Go cry to somebody else.
I didn't mention Aerotech.
Yeah, well, I must have heard rumors. And, fuck you. You got nothing on me and Dermot. We gotta go through this again?
I hear you spend most of your caps on Sweetie.
That's private. I don't go asking about how you like to get laid, and I don't want to know. Enough of that. Fuck off.
Try Dermot, too.
I said fuck off. Yeah, beat it.
Alright, now we need to go search their rooms. So now all the relevant triggers should be active. Christmas is the time abstinence can go fuck itself. I think... Were their rooms up or downstairs? I can't remember. See, that's Sweetie's room. Their rooms were downstairs. Alright. There we go. It's teddy bear on the bed. That's the evidence at St. James's room. One of these should be Dermot's room as well. Yeah, this is Anderson's apartment. is Dermot's room. This one? No. This is Marco's apartment. There's Dermot's apartment. There it is. Dermot's ledger has spawned on the table. With a note. Tell Captain Parker what happened to the missing refugees. Optional. Confront Dermot or St. James with the evidence you've gathered. Let's see what Dermot's ledger is. Dermot's new ledger. Going to be a little different than the one I kept for hauling scrap, haha, but I've always been a strong believer in keeping straight books. To Motor Runner. Teen girl, 500 caps. Adult man, 38, 0 caps. True to his word, paid top money for the girl, plus bonus for first delivery, but paid nothing for girl's father, who took a swing at him when untied. Got to keep him more secured. Also, keep SJ off the girls, as even fiends don't want used goods. To Motor Runner, adult woman, 28, 250 caps. Old woman, 25 caps. Old man, 25 caps. Baby, boy, 0 caps. Got to be more careful selecting what we deliver. Runner liked the woman, of course, but the baby's worthless except to make sure the woman does as she's told. Her parents next to worthless. Should have killed and left them. On the bright side, Runner says we can start dealing with fiends closer by, so no more dragging folks all the way to Vault 3. To Nephi, teen girl, 400 caps. Teen boy, 150 caps. Child girl, 7, 50 caps. More like it. Learned from past and got rid of mom and dad along the way. Tried to get more for the young one. I said, hey, give her time to sprout, but Nephi wouldn't have it. Kept SJ off the girls so long as he got his damn teddy. He's a sick one, but I guess the work calls for it. To Cook. Adult woman, 200 caps. Teen girl, 400 caps. Teen girl, 400 caps. Teen boy, 100 caps. Did not like dealing with this Cook. Didn't know if he'd pay us or burn us. I guess what they do with them once they got them is up to them, isn't my business. Oops. But he didn't even wait for us to turn the corner before he was torching the boy and making the women folk watch. Let's hope to deal with Nephi next time. Ah, yes. There's that darkness that Obsidian's Fallouts are so well known for. Alright, well, let's go kill those folks.
I said fuck off.
I know what you and your partner have been up to. I got the evidence from your rooms.
You're right about that. St. James, got a thief here. Over here.
Hey, there you go. Little dose of action. I wasn't expecting that. Now we're able to tell, believe we can talk to Pretty Sarah about what those guys were up to.
I'm going to assume you had reason to kill Dermot and his pet. Always had a bad feeling about them. But everyone else here is hands off.
I found this in Dermot's room.
I'll take a look, just to see what sort of shit they were into. What? Those bastards? Selling folks off to the fiends? Selling children to Cook? I've seen enough. You did everyone a service. Take these. Might help if you get in a jam.
4 med-X is added. Alright, I think that should be full exploration of West Side, save for the North Sewers. It is. Perfect. So, we're going to head to the Aerotech Office Park to wrap up the Coyotes quest. Yeah, and a quest is actually going to send us into the North Sewers later, so... What about the East Central Sewers, then? about that. Headset had a little fit. But let's find Captain Parker and finally wrap this quest up.
The Legion being wiped out at Nelson gave us some breathing room. Hopefully the brass will use that. Some people... Have you found out what happened to those missing refugees?
St. James and Dermot were behind it. They're dead now.
How do you know? Did you find proof?
I found this evidence in their rooms. They attacked when I confronted them.
Oh, sick bastards. Can't say I'll shed any tears for them. Here, you've earned this.
There we go. Completed the coyotes. Now, you'll remember we ran into that Keller fellow in Miguel's pawn shop, which means we've got some stuff to do at Camp McCarran. Contreras' little side quest. I think turning right was faster, wasn't it? It's hard for me to remember. I always forget I actually move faster crouched with all my perks and implants. Yeah, here we go.
So you're back.
Price is being held by the NCR. A ranger replaced him.
Oh, shit. Well, please tell me you didn't hand him the package.
Hand Contreras the package. Nah, but he is definitely looking for you.
Thank God. You're gonna need to take him out. If McCarran hears I've been selling contraband, we're both dead.
We don't have to kill him. You could work with him and make caps.
That might just work. Tell him I'll cut him in on a bit of the profit and help him track down drug dealers if he'll give me a pass. The last thing I need is a do-gooder ranger trying to take me down.
So now we can head back to West Side and try to convince Keller.
Hey, what do you want?
Contreras would like to work with you.
Really now? We had our suspicions about that man, but he's got so many shipments going so many different directions, it's been hard to track. What exactly is his offer? Does he realize bribing a ranger is a hanging offense?
Don't charge him and he'll help you take down the local dealers.
He has himself a deal. However, if he tries to run or he continues to deal strategic assets with enemies, he's a dead man. Tell Contreras to expect to see me around more often. He better have a new bit of information when I stop in or I'm reporting his ass to Boyd.
And we have to go back to McCarran again, which is a bit of a pain, but is what it is, so to speak. And we're dehydrated, but if I remember right, McCarran has clean water. just going to hold out for some of that instead of quaffing my bottles. Here we go. Doesn't matter. Toilet or no, the water's clean. Alright, what the fuck? Oh, inaccessible, right. I get panicky when the game makes it look like I've forgotten to explore somewhere. I guess we'll science this and go left, although after this we're finally going to be done running out to the supply shack. This quest has been going on for an eternity too. It's finally almost over. And it's not even marked. Good morning, Martin. Good morning, St. Louis. I am doing well. How are you two?
So you're back.
I convinced the ranger to work with you. You're safe, but be careful.
Good to hear. Bye.
Now we're supposed
So you're back.
to get
Punch. Bye.
this. The reward for this is bugged. We're supposed to get a unique rifle called the Machine, but it routinely doesn't work. So you can always take the other route out of the quest, which is to hack his computer, download Weapons Manifest, Camp McCarran Weapons Manifest, 50 hunting rifles, 28 in use, 10 in repair, 8 in storage, 50 assault rifles, 25 in use, 6 in repair, 12 in storage, 20 battle rifles, 10 in use, 2 in repair, 5 in storage. Increase Gunrunner's weapons shipment and modify manifests to make these numbers match the earlier totals. Boyd is getting too suspicious. Note added, Camp McCarran Weapons Manifest. So with that, we can go to the main terminal, turn his ass into Boyd, and we can get the same reward, our unique rifle called the Machine, that way. And unlike actually working with Contreras and doing all of his quests, which we did and would have gotten experience for had we not already hit the level cap, you still get the same reward. So I don't remember exactly where Boyd is. I think she's the one up here, but
Nelson's back in our hands. Hope we can defend it this time.
she might be over here too. There she is.
Haven't you done enough?
I have proof that Sergeant Contreras is involved in criminal activity.
That may be the worst kept secret on the base. I'd be more surprised if you had proof he wasn't involved in criminal activity. But if you have proof, you're the envy of every MP stationed here. What'd you find?
I hacked into his computer and found evidence that he's selling NCR guns.
Little bastard. I'm sure some of those find their way into the hands of our enemies, too. All right, thanks for telling me. I'm gonna have him rounded up. Pretty impressive work there. Wish I could keep you around. But for helping me nail this guy, I think you should have a little keepsake. Here, It's not contraband, but I confiscated it from Contreras last week. Because he was being smarmy and I was sick of his bullshit.
NCR fame gained. And we got this machine. Alright. Yikes.
Yep. See you around.
Time for an offload. Ah, yes. Now, I stole them already, but at this juncture, we want to go ahead and hand over the weapon plans to Alice McClafferty at the Crimson Caravan. And then we'll be ready to zip back into Freeside and explore the rest of it and do some questing there. A long 5-day weekend coming up. I do not need to work on Monday, no. It is going to be a 5-day weekend. On Sunday, the 23rd, we're going to be flying out to Kansas City, which is where my brother lives with his wife and infant son. We'll be spending Christmas there along with my parents. We fly back.
Welcome back.
We fly back Christmas Day itself. I have the Gunrunner holotape.
The Gunrunners will be looking for revenge for the murder of their people. I won't sell you out, but be careful out there. We'll be unable to make use of their schematics anytime soon. Not what I was hoping for when I asked you to do the job. Take your pay.
What? I didn't kill anyone. Did I? I guess I did. Huh. Anyway. That'll do it. So...
It's been a pleasure.
There's more to do for her. That's why the quest didn't advance. But for now... I think...
Hello?
We should be all set heading into Freeside. Let's go in through the north gate. Where the hell is it? I must have just exited literally the wrong side of the compound. It's alright. Yeah, here we go. And Nyron asked on the Discord earlier when I was planning to do streams, there's a possibility, I mean, we'll do Thursday morning Fallout as normal. There's a shot that we'll be doing a Pokemon stream on Saturday. And although we'll obviously miss Tuesday next week, being Christmas Day, me with stuff to do, traveling, not being around, the rest of the week, I have to do some work, but I don't actually have to go into the office, so I anticipate probably doing streams at least twice that week, if not every day that week, so it should be good. I am excited. Alright, there we go. Back into Freeside. Let's explore a little more in here before we head through to the south side. Some stuff we ignored last time. That's correct. Nothing left to gain except, I mean, actually progressing through the game and its various storylines. And yes, as you put it, items. So I thought we were, yeah, I already looted this whole exterior, so. We want to head all the way back. Really, bucko? I mean, no guts, no glory and all that, but this does not end well for you. I barely even noticed someone was after me. No, I don't plan to write one, because I've been following a route through the game that hits all the quests. And the only reason I wrote one for Morrowind is because a thorough guide of the sort I like did not yet exist for it, so I wrote it myself. There are already good ones for New Vegas, so I don't feel the need to. So back here is Cerulean Robotics, which is what I'm after. I believe it's this building over here. Yes, here we go. Protectron Programming Interface. Average locked. I think we can go ahead and unlock the terminal, but we can't do anything with it yet, if memory serves. Run diagnostic routine. All systems nominal. Upload programming routine. We don't have a programming routine. We do have an intact Protectron in there, though. This will feature in a quest later, and if you had just stumbled upon this, trust me, the quest that actually brings you here is nothing like what you'd think. It's one of the more clever ones, one I rather enjoy. Oh, there's the terminal access card. Guess there was no need to hack the computer, but that was easy enough. I don't particularly care. Let's get this. Well, I was gonna say let's get the scrap metal off the conveyor, but having some trouble with that. There we go. Come on, dude. Come on, courier. Jesus Christ. There. Alright, let's not actually jump on the conveyor again. That's causing us inordinate problems. I didn't want the paperweight. It's... oh, just kidding. Yes, I did. So that takes us back to the front room. We're circling up, as it were. There's the third door back to the front room. Everything comes nicely full circle. And that is it for Cerulean Robotics for now. I need to go offload. Can't do it from within Freeside, which is annoying. When I come back, we'll be ready to cross into the southern half of Freeside, where the entrance to the Strip is. Not that we're going to the Strip yet. Plenty to do in Freeside first. Kind of annoying, actually, that Freeside's considered a hostile zone. You have to exit it before you can use the transportal ponder, but I guess I get it. There are technically enemies in here. Yeah, but Martin, to circle back to the written FAQ question, I am, when I do that game, I'm strongly considering writing one for Oblivion, because much like Morrowind, it lacks a thorough front-to-back completionist guide at the moment. Everything that's out there is just a quest list, which I think is kinda useless. Always have. Never did me any good back when I was playing those games and trying to consider how best to get through everything, make sure I didn't miss any content, so I always like to track down Muggy first, 'cause he's the roamer. Let's get well rested again. All right. This machine goes in here. Power Fist goes in here. Food is not restocked. Make sure we get a drink. Drop off all our aid items. Except the ones that we're going to sell, of course. Same with our miscellany.
Will Sir be staying for any considerable... Will Sir be staying for any...
Last but not least, and back to Freeside. go to the north gate. I actually believe I missed something inside Cerulean Robotics, so I apologize for having to run back there right quick, but there is there's an actual skill book in there. Not that matters to us, but I want to make sure we cover the locations of all such things. Oh yeah. Sorry, I haven't really been looking at chat. Cyclo, I love how casually I smack people down too. I've said it over and over again, but it bears repeating because I think there's a valuable game design lesson in there. The power curve in this game is incredibly well executed, and it's so satisfying to progress from level 1 to 50 and have the game become easier in like just the right increments, you know. Like by the time you're level 50, as you should be, you're a godlike avatar of death that just face rolls everything in the wasteland. You know, at level 1, those Freeside thugs that I just casually ass punch now could easily have murdered the hell out of me. It's not like what Bethesda did with, say, Fallout 3, particularly Broken Steel, the power curve of which was just annoying and terrible. Oh, there's another Protectron there. That's on the floor somewhere in here is a lying congressional style. That's what we're looking for. I'm missing a skill book that I tried to miss on my first run. Flashlight might help. Doesn't usually help. Oh, yes, see, there it is. Right between the desks. Now we're ready to head to the other half of Freeside. Unfortunately, my stream only has about 10 minutes left, but that's okay. We'll do what we can, and we'll be back here on Thursday. Level 1, at level 10, I was still afraid of Night Stalkers and Cazadors. Well, not quite. Like one of the biggest game changers that made a lot of problems solvable was when I got Super Slam at level 10. But yes, at level 1, oh my god, you had to be terrified of everything. It could all murder you, especially on very hard. Alright, let's go through to the second half of Freeside, where we will probably have a new round of thugs to deal with, and lots of stuff to explore as well. Here is where we're going to encounter members of the Kings, Freeside's local gang. As always, we can sneak kill the generics. Shouldn't have any issues. King's gang members with King's outfits. There's Jacob Hoff.
Hungry? Thirsty?
Atomic Wrangler Crier. Silver Rush Crier. So if we head this direction, two attractions are the Atomic Wrangler, which is Freeside's casino, where there's questing to be done and there are actual gambling to be done. It's a casino that we can tap out, just like the ones on the Strip or the Vicky and Vance back in Prim. Silver Rush. Can eliminate the Van Graff thug. pop open his dark metal crate. Nothing inside. At Van Graff's Silver Rush, Jacob and Gloria Van Graff are, while they're exceedingly violent and clearly evil, they are the premier energy weapons merchants in the entire Mojave. Which is worth paying attention to. So, in here we have Bill Ronte, the other guy that, what's her name? Julie Farkas wanted us to look for the High Times quest. I'm really just about getting the exterior clear at first. Then if I have time, I'll go talk to some people. Well, actually, we can go ahead and talk to Bill Ronte. So we already dealt with Dixon.
Come on, man, I'm dying here.
Julie Farkas sent me to help you sober up.
Julie? I love Julie. She's such a nice lady. One time I was working on the water pump, and she came over, put her hand on my shoulder, and told me I was doing a great job. Great job, she says. I just choked up and didn't say nothing. Compliments are so rare these days.
Bill, Julie, and the rest of your friends miss you. They need your help.
Oh, Julie, I've really screwed things up. I'll head over to the fort and get some rest. This has gone on too long.
Return to Julie Farkas. We'll do that later. For now, let's clear the rest of the exterior. So we got the King's School of Impersonation. So obviously the Kings are a gang of Elvis impersonators, which is truly one of the greatest ideas I have ever seen in any video game ever. Like, I love that Obsidian did that. Alright, so the school is the next place I actually want to enter, but I want to clear out the rest of Freeside's exterior first. Time to go home, Bill. Indeed. Alright, let's check out this other side street. Then there's the entrance to the strip, which is going to take us quite a while to mess with.
Found you.
But we ought to be able to get it on the map, at least.
I've got you now.
Yeah, just a few generic thug mooks to clear out. Nothing terribly exciting. There's the strip entrance. Let me make sure this street is actually clear. Looks that way. You have discovered the Strip North Gate, and it spawns in a couple of new thugs. When we get there, not an issue. I'm a little annoyed at this guy running away. Get back here. There we go. Thugs are nothing but hound dogs. Sick reference, bro. Alright. So we can poke around here. You can see houses Securitrons. Not a good idea to fuck with them, I promise. There are a few ways to get into the strip. We've got more than enough caps to pass the credit check. I think you can also pass like a science check and something else to actually get in, but like I said, we're not concerned with
You look new to Freeside, so
Old
here's
Ben.
a little advice, friend. Don't go past the Southgate greeter without talking to it first.
Why wouldn't I want to go past the greeter?
Those bots are programmed to vaporize anyone who enters the fenced-in area without authorization from the greeter.
Thanks for the free advice. Who are you?
The name's Old Ben. I've been living in Freeside since the day I was born.
What's your story?
I've done a bit of everything around here. Courier, butcher, crier, escort, gun for hire. Some of which I'm not proud of, but I do my best to help around town when needed.
Courier? I used to be a courier before I got shot in the head.
Exactly one of the reasons I got out of that job. Too many shifty characters looking to have someone else move their hot items.
Butcher? How did you get into that?
My father ran a butcher shop here in town, but business went downhill when another vendor started selling this strange meat at half our prices.
That sounds odd.
You're telling me. Not long after my father's shop went under, and he passed away from the loss, people around town started experiencing shakes. No one gets shakes like that unless they're eating human flesh. But no one would believe me. The sick bastard gradually went insane and passed away. Wasn't long before someone moved into the guy's place and found half-buried human remains in the crawl space. I didn't bother saying told you so.
Crier? What was that job?
After a while, I made enough money to get a passport into Vegas. Back then, you could get approved for entry for a fraction of what it costs now. Well, I got a job working as a crier outside of the Tops, advertising for the local talent performing at the casino. That didn't last long.
What happened?
Well, being a suave young guy, I chatted up the ladies from time to time, and one of the manager's girls started to take a liking to me. I never touched a woman, but the jealous prick decided it was my time to go. He framed me by saying I'd stolen from the casino. Sure enough, a few grand was missing from the casino vault. I have to assume the bastard stole the funds and figured I was a convenient fall guy.
That's horrible.
Yeah, but what can you do? I was stripped of my casino apartment and all of my belongings and booted back into Freeside. From there, I didn't have a lot of career options, as my rep was destroyed. So the escort job sort of fell into my lap. No pun intended.
You said escort? Like armed guard?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way, but I was packing a whole different kind of heat. No, escort just sounds better than man-whore.
So you got paid for sex?
Yep. I was damn good at my job, too. But after a while, I just felt like a piece of meat and had to quit.
Gun for hire?
When I quit the escort job, I had enough money to buy a pistol belt and some other gear. Bodyguards make a good, honest living, and I had the wits and physical build to handle most thugs. After saving a few tourists from trouble, I got a reputation for being a stand-up guy again, and after a decade, managed to save up enough to retire.
Let's talk about something else.
All right.
Goodbye.
Yep.
Alright, so there's old Ben. Oh yeah, this guy gets roasted.
Watch out!
By the Securitrons. So if we look around here, that's it for Freeside. So we've got 3 big things to explore other than the strip. The first one is the King's School of Impersonation, which is where we will begin on Thursday morning. So... I'm going to save here, and we're going to end this morning's stream. This has been Let's Play Fallout New Vegas. For all of you who joined me on Twitch, thank you so much for watching. If you're new and you enjoy what you saw, I hope you will consider hitting the follow button so that you can see every time we go live in the future. If you're watching later on YouTube, I know I stream at odd and unpredictable hours, most reliably early in the morning. So if you like the content, number one, please like the video, and number two, subscribe to the channel. Everything makes its way over there, so despite the likelihood of missing streams, if you subscribe, you won't miss anything. And finally, regardless of the platform you're on, I hope you will consider joining our Discord server. The link to do so is either in the Twitch channel description or the YouTube video description. It's where I make official channel announcements, where we discuss the games you'd like to see me play, and it's where there's a cool and growing community of people who love video games just as much as you. Next stream is going to be Thursday morning, where we will enter the King's School of Impersonation and continue with Fallout New Vegas. Until then, I hope everyone enjoys their weeks. Take care.